So everything was going real smooth with my banner or my header up here until, of course, I previewed it in Internet Explorer, and lo and behold, Internet Explorer does not want to play nice with me. Now, well, now I'm going to have to fix this. I don't want to move on until I at least get this fixed. So I'll use an IE conditional statement as a last resort, but there's got to be something I could do here. So I'm just curious, how do I even begin to tackle this problem? Well, let me see what happens if I give it a little less padding, and I'm gonna just take away 50 pixels and refresh it. Look, now it's just up and half of it is out here. This is man, this is frustrating. I mean, you know, when I highlight this, something interesting. What is this? Is like sort of crazy. I don't know why there's nothing coming up. I mean, is there something that's killing this? You see, I'm just using my cursor to kind of see what's going on. I mean, this is a very crude way. This is by no means telling me exactly what's happening, but maybe so. Okay, so I made the font size smaller. What if I add some padding bottom? I mean, it seems like something's down there. Padding bottom. Whoops. Let's see what happens when I refresh that. Oh, look at that. So, okay. Now that's odd. So now I added padding bottom. That's not really. I didn't expect that to fix it. So what happens? All right. So now I want to. So I got that padding bottom. So let me try to move this thing back in place. Okay. Okay, so now this is Safari. Let's see Internet Explorer. I don't really know. I don't even know how to explain this. Adding that padding bottom actually fixed it. Now, although this solution is fixed, I'm not thrilled with it at all, because I don't want two different tags to affect the positioning of that thing, padding top and bottom. Now, okay, I'm not saying for like parsing purposes or because it makes my file bigger and it's bigger download. I just feel like it's going to be harder to control, because I'm not really sure what's even going on over here. Let's see if I refresh it and took some of that padding off. Yeah, so padding bottom. So if I add another 20. See, it's, you know what it seems like to me? I'm starting to think that, oh, look at that. I'm starting to think that there could potentially be something at work over here that's like, there's something, maybe one of my CSS resets is causing some kind of overlapping, or because there's no reason for this thing to be back there, to be what is it called, invisible like that when I don't have this padding bottom. So I think, yeah, here's what I kind of came to the conclusion of. I think there's some invisible element in front of this that's causing this to happen. Maybe even if I use Safari, Firefox, the developer, maybe I could even prove that. Here, let me refresh it first and see if this is going to tell me some kind of style information. No, there's really nothing here. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Maybe, see, I don't know. There's a couple solutions to this problem. One is that padding, but actually the one that I like better, right, because let's go back to Internet Explorer, is not to use the padding, because the padding top and bottom, I feel like it could make things screwy, and kind of like when I'm trying to adjust things later on, they could get kind of a little bit hairy. So instead of using padding, I'm going to try to use z-index, because that's what's happening. It seems like something's, I don't know what it is. I'm not even pretend to know what it is, but I'm going to use the z-index. Now, one thing to note about z-index is that z-index kind of works in conjunction with position. So I'll set the position to relative, which isn't going to move it, and then my z index to let me do 2 and save it. Let's see. So in Chrome, oh, I still need my padding top. That's right. I took the padding bottom off. Okay, I'm just a little confused. Here we go. Okay, in Chrome it still looks good. Now, hopefully in Firefox, cool. All right. So I just showed you 2 different ways to fix this in Internet Explorer, namely without an IE conditional statement. So that was cool. I didn't know what that stupid invisible thing was about, but now I do know that it was likely some kind of positioning thing. So once I set my positioning right, yeah, there we go. You see how that took care of that Internet Explorer problem for me.